Hey guys, it's JD from Ponzo World, and today we're unboxing and reviewing the smartwatch made by Gokoo. Now this is a $40 smartwatch that you guys can find on Amazon. Links will be down below this video if you want to go pick this thing up. Now also on Amazon, this thing has 87 reviews with an average of about 4 stars, so it seems like everybody, or mostly everybody that has bought this thing, seems to enjoy it. So let's go ahead and begin with showing you around the box. You can see here on the front, has the Amazon label right there if you want to take a look at that. There you go. It's a smart bracelet. It's a smart bracelet, smart watch, whatever you want to call it. Basically the same thing. Sides here, really nothing. And then on the back here just has little labels of, I would assume, all the apps it has, kind of representing like what it does. So there it is. You can see the battery capacity, system, Bluetooth, screen size, and so on. So there it is. So let's go ahead and open it up. And it looks like you slide it out, and you do, all right. Shows what the different things are, where the charge port is, heart rate sensor, and so on. Also shows you how to charge it. That's pretty cool. Let's go and take it out, and there it is. Here is one of the straps right there. And then you have the actual smartwatch itself right here. Pretty cool. And then we also have another part of the strap, and it looks like a different band. That's pretty cool. Or a different strap. That's pretty awesome. It's in the gold color too. Very cool. And then we also have the charger here. Now this is different than most of the smartwatches that I see. Typically most of the smartwatches have wireless charging, and this one kind of does too. But this is like a clamp kind of style, so then it clamps on and then it makes contact with those pins there and then charges. So that's something I haven't seen before. And then it looks like we have a user manual right here, which is this just in Chinese. Yeah, no, there's English in here too. So there it is. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to turn this thing on, maybe give it a charge if it needs it, and go ahead and pair it up with the app and test it out. All right, it is now a couple of hours later, and I actually had to charge this watch. It was dead out of the box, which isn't anything that I've seen on any other smartwatches that I reviewed, but hey, that's all right. It's what I was expecting. I can't say I'm surprised. So I went ahead and put that little charger on it. Worked just fine, charged for a couple hours, and now it is at pretty much 100%. So the app that this thing works with is called DaFit, or DaFit, however you want to pronounce it. Go here. And after you set it up, which is pretty simple, you can look at the instruction manual and also guide you through on the app. You have to put in like your birth date and your height and weight and so on. You don't have to do that, but you can if you want to. So from there, you're going to be greeted with this. Now, this shows how many steps you've gone today, your sleep, heart rate, blood pressure, blood oxygen, outdoor running. Basically, this is the data center, if you want to call it that. So this shows, of course, how many steps you've gone and so on. I believe it'll also show you how many yards you've gone, how many calories you burned, how many minutes, and so on. And here it'll show your sleep data, how many hours and minutes, and so on. Your beats per minute for heart rate. I don't remember what that stands for, but that's for blood pressure there. And then your blood oxygen levels right there, your percentage, and then outdoor running. How much time you're, in this case, it'd be miles, and then calories. So there you are, and how many yards you've gone to. So that is it. That's where this would be. Of course, if I had this thing on right now and I ran around or something, it would record this here. Now, I wouldn't say this would be, of course, I haven't tested that out yet, but it's probably not going to be as accurate as something like an Apple Watch, like this right here. That's just my opinion. Maybe it is. I think this is going to give you more of like a ballpark figure of what it actually is than actually, you know, full on how many steps you've gone and so on. Again, this is just like a fraction of the price as something like an Apple Watch. So this is probably going to be less accurate, but hey, it's going to give you a good ballpark figure. Also from here, you can go down here. Now this is actually your like your settings and stuff. So here you can change your watch faces, which is pretty cool. Let's turn this on. And you can see if I cycle through, it actually syncs up relatively quickly. And boom, that is one of the new watch faces there. If I want to go back to the stock one, you can do that. If you want to go to this one, you can click on it here, and of course it will sync up. So that is pretty cool. Here you also have your notifications. Now you can turn off, for example, if you don't want Instagram notifications, you click that off and boom, you will not get Instagram notifications anymore. Or let's say you get this thing and you're not getting like Facebook messages or something. You want to go in here and go to notifications and make sure that it is on for that app. So if you're not getting notifications out of the box for any of these apps here that you can see, then go in here and click on the app, and it should give you notifications then. So there you go. Also here you have alarms. So you can set alarms there, obviously. And then you have shutter. Now this is kind of cool. I'm actually going to go on here, and I believe I have to go to it for it to work. Let's go and try it out. Press shutter, and please open. Okay, long press device home button to photo. Okay. Oh, come on, now I have to scroll back to it. So basically what this is you can use the watch here as like a little remote. And it's clicking, but I don't think it's actually taking photos. Huh. Okay, well, when I stop this clip, I'll go over that and try to get back with you guys. But basically what that does is it makes this like a little remote for you to take videos or photos from your phone. So that's pretty cool. You can have this thing on your wrist and your phone maybe 10 feet away or something. Click photo on here, and then boom, it'll take a photo on here. So that's pretty nice. I do like that. That's something that I've seen in pretty much every other smartwatch that I reviewed. You also here have others, which you can do find device. Oh, it actually vibrates. Well, obviously you can't hear that because it's a vibration, but it does do a little vibrate. There you go. Maybe you could hear it. So that's pretty cool. You have time formats, do not disturb, language. You have a bunch of different things here. So there it is. You also have a temperature format, Fahrenheit, location, weather, and so on. And then here you have upgrade, which is basically just update the software. And then over here you have the me setting. You could go to your profile, your goals. You could set health data and about and so on. So this will show your weight and so on. Which I'll just click it. This isn't accurate. I was definitely not born in 1998. Again, I just kind of put this here just to get data in here. So if you're actually going to, full on use this thing and you're wanting to set this up accurately, well, you would go in there and set your weight, height, gender, and birth year, and so on. So there it is. So that's pretty much it for the app. Again, basically all it does is just show your running data, your heart rate, sleep data, blood pressure, and blood oxygen and outdoor running. What's it called? Data here. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. And you can also change different settings here. You can set alarms, notifications, and other things like that. So that's pretty much all the app does. It's just show you data, and you can also change settings from here. So what I'm going to do now, stop this clip, and I'm just going to mess around on the watch real quick and figure out what each individual thing does. All right, so now let's go ahead and move on to the actual watch portion. So to turn this thing on, first of all, you can either flip your wrist, kind of like this on the Apple Watch, or you could just simply press this button, or not even press it, you just tap it, and that will show you your date and time, how many steps you've gone, your battery percentage, and so on right there. So that's pretty cool. You could also go between how many steps you've gone. This is your sleep data. This is your beats per minute, so your heart rate. And then, oh, went off there. And then this is your training. So let's go and click on that and go through the different things here. So you have walking, running, cycling, skipping, badminton, basketball, football, swimming, and that's it. So that's pretty cool, actually. There's a lot of different functions there. You also have your blood pressure, and if you would click on that, it would typically show the, or blink the little green light back here to scan your oxygen levels and so on. And you don't want to look into that light, by the way, it's not good. But typically if it was on your wrist, it would be scanning that. Now, I don't know how accurate that's going to be. Probably not that terribly accurate, especially compared to like actual, medical equipment and stuff. This is just going to give you a good ballpark figure of what your blood oxygen levels are and your blood pressure and so on. It's not going to be as accurate as something like the Apple Watch, which as far as I know, the Apple Watch can even take blood pressure and so on. So it's not going to be that terribly accurate, but again, I think it's just going to give you a good idea of what your blood pressure and so on actually is. And then so on from here, we have the blood oxygen levels like right here. Now, if you press that, it would be scanning right now. And yeah, it says not worn. It's actually smart enough. And you can see there it blinks the light, and again, you don't want to look into that. So there you go. And then you also here have your messages. That'd be your text messages right there. So that's pretty cool. You can slide, you could, I believe, go through the different pages. I guess not. Can't slide, so no, I don't know how. Maybe if it fills up, it'll just fill those or something. You also have your shutter here, and I actually figured out how to use that. So what you have to do is open the camera app on your phone, and then you have to just press this, or no, actually you have to hold. Never mind. So to select things on here, you actually have to hold this, and boom, takes a photo. Or let's go and test that out on video. Yeah, actually it takes videos too. That's pretty cool. And boom, stops. So that is really cool. I do like that a lot. Again, that's pretty much something that I see on every other smartwatch, but it's still nice that this one has it, of course. Also here you have your music player. Now if you're playing music, it show up here. You have your play, pause, back button, skip forward, and go back buttons. So that's pretty cool. And you select them here. So let's go and go back here to main menu. And then last thing you have is other, which is your different settings, your watch face style, timer it looks like, mute, on or off, and then you have reset and power off, and also your brightness settings. Let's go into that just to show you guys. Long push to apply. How do you go up? There you go. You just tap it. That's pretty much off right there. That's pretty low. And then you can bring it up. Let's go and keep it at full brightness. Why not? So there you are. So that's pretty much it for different functions. Has a, I would say, a decent amount of them. I do like, of course, it has that blood oxygen level and so on. Now, again, I don't know how accurate that's going to be, but it's still helpful that it's there to give you a good idea. So there it is. So I guess what I'll do now is go ahead and stop this clip and give you guys my final opinions. All right, so overall, what do I think of the smartwatch? I would say for the price of $40, it's not a bad choice at all. Now, one of the main things that makes me say that it's worth 40 bucks is that it actually comes with 2 different types of bands. That's really cool. I don't think I've seen that on any other smartwatch that I've reviewed. So if you want to swap the silicone out for like this one here, which is kind of made of like a metal, this is a really cool choice. So I really like that this is included in the box. Obviously, you can slap it on there if you want to, but I'm just going to use the silicone one for now, which feels pretty nice. Again, feels like silicone. Actually feels like pretty much like my silicone Apple Watch here band. So pretty nice. So I'd say overall for the price, has a decent amount of features. Seems to be working so far pretty well. And also this color. Now, some of you guys may like this. Other people may not. It's totally up to you, of course, personal choice. I would say it looks pretty all right. Looks, I don't know, it looks kind of cheap. And it's plastic, obviously. Again, it's 40 bucks. What do you expect? So, I mean, I don't know. It's kind of up to you. I'm not saying the color looks cheap. I'm just saying kind of like the finish on how it's shiny. It kind of looks kind of cheap. But obviously, it's completely up to you what you want. If you don't want this color, then go with a different watch. Or at least a different color. So definitely not a bad choice at all. For 40 bucks, seems pretty solid so far. So yeah, guess that's really, sorry about that there. Actually, right as I was finishing up the video, I got a call. So anyways, as I was saying, I guess that's really for this video. Definitely not a bad choice of a watch. So don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.